All right, everyone. I am back for the collective reading for Libra for this full moon and Virgo. I'm going to suggest every Libra that is watching this or anyone who is just watching for someone else who may be a Libra to go ahead and watch the first part. I did all the signs there and I just so happened to skip over Libra, so that's my bad. So I am, hello. Oh, she said Libra in the house. Yes, peace. Yeah, I feel so bad. I'm so sorry, Libras. Definitely everyone is suggested to watch the first part just because, you know, there's Pisces and the sun is in Pisces right now. The Virgo moon is in there as well. And so we're just going to get into it. I'm going to get started so that there's no further delays. And I do apologize once again. So, I mean, hey, maybe Libras, maybe y'all just wanted your own show, right? Y'all just wanted your own video. And so it is what it is. Nonetheless, this is your reading for the full moon in Virgo that is happening tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. I was going to say January, February 24th, 2024. All right, so let's get into it. Libra, the way that I did all the readings was I was pulling out 3 cards. I did channel your collective energies as I pull out the cards. So one thing that I felt with Libra was a lot of breath work, a lot of just energy in the lungs specifically. Now, some people do connect the lungs with Libra and some people connect that with Gemini. Regardless, you know, I was feeling a lot of pressure and tension in the chest area. So exhaling, Libra, if y'all are holding your breath, maybe you don't realize that you're holding your breath. Maybe there's a strong need to you know, share what it is that is in your heart space, communicating more, showing out. I see a lot of laughter, a lot of smiles. So that's a beautiful thing. You might be allowing yourself to surround yourself around pleasure or things that make you happy, people that make you happy. Maybe short or long distance travel is kind of what I'm getting as well. She said that resonates. The lungs, yeah, if there's any heaviness, I just feel like a strong need to kind of just be lighthearted with yourselves, Libra. And so if I need to pull out any clarifiers for the 3 cards that come out, I will. And I will also show you the energy that is in the bottom of the deck. All right, so let's get into it, Spirit. I did pre-shuffle the deck. And so what is the energy for this full moon in Virgo for Libra? Okay. You know, it doesn't surprise me. I shuffled this deck. I cut it multiple times. Also, y'all may be seeing a lot of 4s. You may resonate with 4s. There could be a lot of things in your foundation or in your environment, maybe even your neighborhood for some of you. Things in the home, things with your mother, you know, that could be coming up for you. Maybe just wanting to find a little bit more stability with your breath and your environment. Let me get 2 more cards, please, for Libra. All right. That's a lot of cards, Spirit. Oh, Libra. Also, I'm hearing no more people pleasing. All right. Definitely be grounded with your decisions and know that it's okay. And I did mention the number 4, right? And 4 cards keep wanting to come out. So I'm just going to take it. So Libra, yeah, also have an extra card. I don't remember what zodiac sign had an extra card. Hello. And so in the bottom of the deck, I cannot make this shit up. In the bottom of the deck, we have, what is this? Yeah, the 8 of Wands. So Libra, a lot of traveling. Like I said, I seen ya traveling. This could be traveling in your mind, in the astral realm, in your dreams. This could be physical travel, a lot of communication happening. I really do feel like whatever is in your chest is to be vocalized. I feel like it's time for you to really share your truth. And I want to share what is coming through. So for whoever this message is, you know your story. Take what resonates, leave the rest behind. Somebody, what I'm feeling is a sense of resistance on speaking your truth and what it is that you know and what spirit has told you, because sometimes it is difficult for others to really resonate with what it is that you have to share. And sometimes that resistance is just, you prefer your privacy, or you just prefer, I don't see Libras too much of a too private being. Libras like to socialize and be very friendly. But it could be that maybe there's something that, maybe you vocalized about it in the past and you didn't get the results that you may have wanted to get before. And again, the number 4 is coming up, and the number 4 is there as well. So maybe you're waking up at like 4:44, or there's 4 people involved. Whatever the case may be, maybe you feel like you're scattered in 4 different directions and trying to figure out which way to go. But this resistance, let me go back to that. Yeah, so what I'm feeling is like Spirit already gave me the message. I already know this information, and I'm not about to beat my head on a wall to get you to understand what my message is, because you feel like the people around you don't really resonate or vibrate at the same frequency that you are in. Libra, if that's you, I'm hearing like show out, talk about it. Like whatever that resistance is, break through your own mental confines is what I'm hearing. Like that 4 is a box that you have placed your wisdom in, and it's like you're being really selective with who gets to hear that wisdom. And that wisdom is wanting you to break out of your own boundaries. It's wanting you to break out of what you think you are capable of, because you're capable of reaching more people, or capable of like going further than where you're at now. And maybe you've been feeling like, there's more, you feel it, but you don't know how that looks. And I just feel like it's starting with letting go of all the information that is weighing you down in your chest. Because I feel like it's not just a matter of heaviness of circumstances. That could be the case, but it could also be that perhaps you have learned the lessons of those situations, and maybe other people around you don't see it in that perspective, and you don't vocalize your perspective enough to other people also to not just plant or like convince somebody. That's not the energy that I'm getting. It's more so allow the people the opportunity to see things from a different perspective, because they may not have even thought that way to begin with, Libra. And so there's a lot of lessons and a lot of things that you have been through and seen. And you're gonna feel lighter once you let it go. My God, this message is divine timing. Yeah, listen, just a messenger, right? So speak your heart, speak your truth. It's not about the opinions of others. It's not about fully their comprehension. And I completely understand like the whole resistance thing of like being seen or being heard. Maybe you haven't felt like you were heard before when you spoke, or just maybe you just like to just be more of a like introvert or something. And this is for whatever placement, you don't have to be a Libra sun. Whatever placement it is with you, this could be pertaining to like family. I did mention mother earlier. This could also be like maybe you are more motherly and nurturing in your energy. And Yeah. So let's get into the cards. I just really felt that so strong. I was like, Libra, breathe. Y'all stop holding your breath. Like, what is it that you need to let go? Breath work, let it go. Practice longer exhales, right? I feel like there's a strong, like, the way that you communicate with spirit is so dang on like juicy and good, and you do gain perspective from your spirit guides that other people, traditionally or in their mundane life don't really see things in that way. And that is why you are in that environment, right? And maybe you want to move out of that environment. Maybe you're going on a vacation, right? Because I did mention like travel, and maybe this travel is going to like broaden your perspective of everything that you used to know, and seeing things from a different light. And you're like, oh, what a breath of fresh air. I needed this shift of environments, or, this shift in perspective. Maybe you just aren't budging with other people's perspectives and cultures, and, thinking one way. Whatever it is, take what resonates for you. So the first card that came out is the Queen of Pentacles. And I told y'all, listen, I just looking at the cards right now, I felt mother energy. So if you're dealing with like anything with your mom, or communicating anything with mother, whether it's in the spirit realm or in the physical realm, maybe you are a mother and there's some things to like communicate with like your children, or whatever the case may be. I definitely feel strong mother energy with this. I also feel like there is, and I'm going to look at the other cards in just a moment, but just from this energy itself, it's like, fix your crown, Libra, whether you are male or female, like, there's something about the crown chakra that needs to get grounded, and your heart space is feeling a lot of that pressure. So usually with crown chakra activity, we do feel it in our head. We do feel headaches and dizziness and whatnot at times. But it could be that perhaps, your higher chakras are pretty open and balanced and good, but when it's trying to ground down that information to your lower chakras, there's a resistance in the heart space. And so be nurturing to yourself, be motherly to yourself as well. Be open to information from the divine feminine. Maybe you want to tap into your divine feminine. Maybe you've been criticizing how your femininity looks in its shadow or in its light, whatever the case may be. So I'll get into this a little bit more I'll look at the other cards. So we also have here the Six of Pentacles. So a lot of pentacle energy here, definitely about the give and take. I feel like this is about your energetic exchange to people to show out. I really feel like there's a lot that you have to offer that you've been holding back, that you've been resisting on. And this could also be like a financial exchange. Maybe you were waiting on some finances. Maybe somebody had owed you money, and I feel like that money is going to come in if you were waiting on some money. Yeah, look at these other cards. I didn't even... So the other card is the Three of Wands here. And so there may have been, some expectations. Maybe it is that somebody owes you money and you were expecting them to pay you back at a certain amount of time, and they didn't quite pay you back at the time that they were supposed to pay you back. And that's weighing heavy in your chest, and you're trying to figure out the words to communicate, to say like, hey, like, when you needed it, I was there to give it. And like, I may be in a space where, yeah, I need that back. Also, allow yourself to speak to spirit, to be open to receiving what you've been expecting. But I feel like your ships are coming in for sure. So even if the physical person who owes, like if somebody owes you, it doesn't have to be money. This could also be like karmic debt that is to serve your highest and greatest good, to move you along, to move you forward. All right. I feel like whatever is that energetic exchange that is owed to you is coming in. Your ships are coming in. And so let go of the expectations of how you think that's supposed to look. It may not come from the people that you think it's going to come from, but from other people and your resources and in your environment that's going to deliver that to you. And it's not for you to criticize the people that you have helped, because they may have needed that energetic exchange for whatever purposes it was necessary at that time. But overall, it's a lesson in completion for everyone is kind of what I'm sensing. And then the fourth card that came out is the Hermit card. Yeah, so you can be a spiritual teacher. This could be a spiritual lesson that you needed to learn. This can be you reflecting on all the abundance that you have around you, all the resources that you have in your environment. This could be a reflection of your expectations and the perspectives you have on your expectations, right? Sometimes expectations lead to disappointment, right? And so are you hurting your own feelings? Are you creating expectations that may seem like they're a little bit harder to reach because maybe you're just thinking really broad, but you haven't allowed yourself to bring the macro into the micro, which is probably why that resistance was coming through when it comes down to like the macro, bigger self, higher self, galactic self, whatever you want to call it, divine parents, bringing this energy down to you to get grounded, to materialize for you. There's a sense of resistance. Maybe you didn't feel worthy. Maybe you've been trying to block your own blessings subconsciously, and there's a need to really reflect on how that looks for you. But I feel like this is a lot of downloads, a lot of revelations, a lot of lessons revealing itself to you based on your past experiences with people around you. This could also been something that happened with like a sibling or a cousin. I don't know why I'm getting that energy as well, but if it was a sibling and a cousin, and things coming to light, I feel like if you did any like magic work, candle work, or even just prayers and affirmations, there's a lot of truth and light that's coming to the forefront from that situation. Maybe you felt like, I don't know if they lived with you, or I don't know if this is going to resonate with everybody on Just the Messenger. Yeah, but I'm not sure if they lived with you or you lived with them, or if it was about a deed exchange or something. I'm not sure why I'm getting that with the Hermit, but this could have been like something that was a spiritual lesson for you. Like it could have been what you were expecting out of it wasn't what you got out of it. And like for you to identify all the energies that was at play in that situation, and knowing that like not everybody may have been as grounded as you too, because there's like certain people can handle certain spirits to a certain extent, because some people are more grounded than others, or certain lessons, and everyone has free will as to how they use that energy. And so I really just feel like you're probably going to take time to really like reflect and be in gratitude for things, even if it was like giving up property or yeah, I don't know why I'm getting that. Maybe you have to travel. Maybe great rising. Good morning. Yeah, good morning, right? Maybe it is a good morning. Maybe you were grieving something that you had to let go, and you're finally in the other side of that, and like really like, okay, I see things for what it is. Or maybe it's just tying up loose ends. Yeah, I know I'm kind of all over the place. That's just kind of how your energy feels. It feels like it needs to get grounded, and there's a strong need for the heart space to be alleviated. Maybe there's people that have heart conditions that's involved in this situation. Whatever it is, I do see a lot of laughter though. I see a lot of joy, and even like introspection and inner child healing. This could have been, like I said, I was feeling a lot of like family situations going on with this. And so if there was any disappointment in your expectations, I feel like that kind of like you found some peace and serenity with that. You found a space where you're like, you know what, they could have that if they went about it in that way. because I don't feel like in every Libra's energy, I don't feel like that's the case. So I'm gonna get into everything. But if it was a matter of things not going in the ways that you thought it needed to be, or your expectations was in a certain type of way, whether it was money or a house or moving or some sort of situation like that, it's like things end up turning out for the better for you. And it was like better than your expectations. And it happens once you have that shift of perspective. It could have also been that things go really, really good, because of all the laughter and the joy that I'm seeing. Again, whether you're traveling or you decide to move, or you've been thinking about moving, I feel like if you've been thinking about moving, Libra, I think this is a really good move for you. But don't let your expectations really take the whole of the experience, right? Allow yourself to say, I'm open to receive that divine abundance and everything, and I expect it to come in. I do. I'm gonna have that expectation that my ships are gonna come in, but also let go of how you think that's supposed to look, but keep focus on materializing and grounding that energy into your reality. If this is like you're wanting to get a house, you're wanting to get land, or you're wanting to move to a certain space, and you put some paperwork in and you were waiting on some like approval or feedback or money or grants or a loan or something, I feel like you're going to get that, and you are going to move, and it's going to be like an aha moment, like, oh my gosh, like, being patient and being grounded, but also like having, it could have been that you were expecting yourself to like move at a different location. I'm just going to use these places for example. Maybe you live in the United States and you were thinking that you were going to move to another state, and you just so happen to last minute take an impulsive trip out the country or something, and then all of a sudden, like, you're like, this is where I'm going to move. And it happens so fast, and it's moving so fast. And it's like, it can be a little bit scary. And it's like, you prayed for this change. You prayed for this energetic exchange to happen in your environment, your foundation. And it's happening, but not in the ways that you thought it was going to happen. And so you end up moving to like Mexico or something, I don't know, but that can be like one way that this energy can manifest. It could be if like I mentioned about the money, I feel like things are going to come in, things are going to come into place. And I feel like if you're not a person who meditates, maybe you're going to find yourself being more in a meditative space to allow yourself to receive that divine intervention and that divine guidance to bring things into balance. Because I feel like this is definitely like you put in a lot of energy out there. I'm going to read your comments in a moment. I feel like you put in a lot of energy out there, and maybe it felt like it was taking longer, or maybe it wasn't you that was feeling the resistance. Maybe it was other people. Or sometimes, again, if it's about communication, it could have been that they're resisting the information. Like, you're not resistance, you're speaking your truth, you're putting it out there, but people resist your insight or whatever the case, and you feel like it's an energetic, like having to clear that energy and stuff, and you're like, you know what, I don't even want to be in this space. So I do feel like it's a little bit of a picking and choosing your battles in a sense, but I don't really feel like this is a battle. I just really feel like it's a release and an opening to a new experience to come through, or not it doesn't have to be a new experience, but something that you've been praying about, something that you've been putting out there to experience coming back to be delivered to you. So allowing yourself to be grounded, to let that manifest. Yeah, I don't want to keep repeating myself. Happy Face says, I prayed I prayed, someone blessed me and I didn't expect it. Ashe, unexpected blessings. And that's what I'm talking about with like your expectations on things. Like things are going to happen unexpectedly too, and they're going to happen fast as well. I'm open to receive divine abundance. I just said that. Yeah. Awesome. All right, Libra, that is your reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest behind. Like I mentioned before, if you haven't seen part 1 already, I highly suggest that you do. Check out Pisces reading, check out Virgo's reading, since this full moon is happening in the sign of Virgo as well, and the sun is in the sign of Pisces. We do have Mercury going into, I think Mercury actually goes into the sign of Pisces today, and the Eight of Wands is like mercurial energy in a sense. I think it might be Mercury in Sagittarius. Don't quote me on that. It's been a while. But nonetheless, if you feel like you just, need a short trip or a long distance trip to kind of get out of your environment and get out of your own way, or just, this trip is in the astral realm, whatever it is, allow yourself to maybe even travel a new way home. Take the longer scenic route or something like that. All right. I really feel like this is going to create that shift of breaking through those boundaries that you set upon yourself, because it really does feel like you confined yourself into the space that you were in, and you're trying to find a way out. There's a way out, and you want it to be a certain way, but being open to even bigger than your imagination. Allow yourself to not give up on yourself. Happy face. I'm a Capricorn. Go check out the first part. Capricorn had a good reading too. All right, yo. So I'm going to come back live, but I want to end this video so I can post it on the YouTube, and they can get the Libra reading. Like I said, I did all signs, and I just so happened to accidentally skip over Libra, and I'm so sorry that I did that. But hey, y'all got me for the time that y'all got me, and y'all got y'all reading. So it is what it is. I thank you. And I'll be back. Peace, y'all.